What's up, gamers? My name is Teej. Welcome back to Outdated Gaming. Today we're back at it again with some more Minecraft. Now, I did some work on the castle in a live stream, but I'm not going to edit that video because it's really boring stuff. So I'm just going to show you off what I did. First things first, I added this button which closes the gate and opens it back up, which is very, very cool. But I also added some stairs in here, and you come up here to this very flat area. I also built the walls all the way up to, where they should be, and did some pre-planning of how the village is going to be. So here we're going to have a home, here we're going to have the blacksmith, library over here, cathedral over here. This will be the town square. And this whole area is going to be the lower city, and then over in that direction we're going to have the upper city, maybe even a middle class city in there too as well. So now you're all caught up. Kind of thinking I want to take a break from the castle and work on something else, because I want to do something different. I feel like I've been doing a lot of work on the castle, and I think it would be interesting to just work on something else. I'm thinking that I'm going to work on the dock. All right, so for the dock, we could have the dock over here. We could have a little fishing shack over here with a dock. Yeah, a little fishing shack. I'm liking that idea. Because then we could do something like this, and then maybe mine this out just a touch, and then bing bam boom, like so. And then right here is where you put the dock, and the dock is going to be fairly raised up. And we use the spruce to come up to about surface level, and then we put oak on top of that because then it looks like the wood is wet. I guess the nice thing about this dock is enemies can't come up and attack me, so that is kind of nice. I do like that. All right, so from the bridge, how does that look? Yeah, I'm not sold on the ladder. I think maybe the ladder should go back there. How would you add barnacles? Because there's definitely on the underside of docks like this, there's definitely barnacles. What do we think of that? You know what, actually? What if we just, fence off this whole area? What if I did that? Because, why would you ever really need to see, the sides or whatever? Or, get off the sides? Because, this end, you can fish off of. You can just, cast your fishing rod. Excuse me. Cast your fishing rod. Shablooski, you're good to go, right? How does it look? And, if you need it to get off, you can always just do that, and then you can go and, grab your boat, break the lead, get your lead, go on your adventure, have a good time, blah, 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 blah. And then you come back, and you're like, okay, I need to tie up my boat for the immersion's sake. But then you just come right to the ladder, you tie up your boat, dunzo, onezo. You're good. You're golden. You're happy. You're vibing. Theo's in the boat, I think. Yep, of course he is. I want to build a little fishing shack. What if we just kind of copied the style of this, maybe? We have a poor little fisherman here. He's just living his best life. He's just fishing. He supplies all the fish to the entire kingdom, and he loves what he does. You know what I'm saying? He loves what he does. He loves his occupation. You know what I'm saying? He loves providing fish for the kingdom and for its people. And he loves his wife. But his wife left him. For another man who had a bigger nose. She decided that Jonathan across the way, he had a higher up position up in the castle. He was the king's steward, and our fisherman friend here, he just couldn't compete with his elongated nose. There was nothing he could do. He just provides fish for the kingdom, and in hopes that one day he could get his love Priscilla back. Wait, there's a zombie villager. Wait. Alright, come here, Pookie Bear. Get in the boat. Okay, we're in the boat. We're good. So I don't think he can despawn. I don't think he can despawn when he's in a boat. So I think we're okay. Now I just need to, basically, I just need to cure him. Bam! And there you go. Ow. Ouch. There you go. I think we can pretty much call this house done. I'd prefer him not to die. I could build a little fenced-in area, right, so that he can kind of go outside and, muck about, live his life just a little bit, but then he's still safe from zombies, essentially. Oh, I got Zombie Doctor. He's cured now. Oh, he's still in a boat, actually, so he's not gonna... No! What the frick? No. How did you get out? What? What? How did you get out? Where did you go? What? Where did you go? He immediately just fricked off. Literally, where did he go? I built you this nice house and you're just gonna ignore me like that? Where the hell did he go? Oh, there he is. What are you doing? You don't want to be a weaponsmith. That's not your occupation, you goober. You want to be a fisherman. Okay, so now now we're good. We're golden. And now we could probably go work on the castle, because I kind of been... that was just a little side project. So this is kind of high up. That's the only problem. Is this kind of like... It doesn't shift until over there. I could raise it up. This is our lower city. And then I think what we do is maybe we set up another wall here that goes up 10 blocks or something like that, and then we have a second gatehouse. Oh, yeah. I'm kind of liking that. I'm kind of liking that. Because the whole point of a castle is to withstand a siege. And if you were getting sieged, you're going to be getting attacked from this end, right? They're going to have their siege weapons. They're going to be coming over this bridge. They're going to come up that bridge. They're going to ram down that door. They're going to come up these stairs. They're going to charge their way through. This would be the first area to get taken, right? And then they're going to occupy this thing. And then they're going to try and siege the middle area, right? So then you're going to need a second door here, right? So then whenever a siege would start, you would shut that door. And then you're going to have to just like outweight them, essentially. You're going to have to outweight the siege. But this is going to be our secondary wall of defense. We are indeed going to put a castle gate in here as well. Maybe we do the redstone first, and then we'll build around it. And I can give you guys a tutorial. I'm going to put the button right there. We're going to put the button right there. That's going to open our gate, right? Right. There are 3 or 4 different parts to this build, and I will explain to you. The first part is it's a 0-tick T flip-flop thing. So the first part to this build is going to be a repeater and a comparator. And then we're also going to need 3 sticky pistons. So the first thing is we're actually going to flip this because I did it wrong. So this sticky piston is going to go here, and then we're going to put a full block. We're using polished tuff. We're going to put the full block right there. So what happens is whenever this is powered, this block is powered for just the tiniest little bit. The tiniest little bit of a redstone signal is going to pass through that block, and at the exact same time, this comparator is going to be activating this block and pushing it out of the way, so you're going to get that tiniest little pulse. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to put a piston on top of that block. This piston is going to be holding an observer, and then that observer is going to be facing this piston, like so. So then what happens is, let me demonstrate, you press the button, and that piston extends so fast that it pushes the observer up, but it doesn't pull it back down because it's just so fast. And also, the observer is observing the fact that this piston is moving. So it sends a signal up, and that up signal is going to be what closes our gate. And then, when you press it again, it pulls it back down. So what we're going to be doing is we are going to be sending a signal down now. And this is going to go right next to, this is our powered block, remember that. And then we're going to put an observer underneath that. And it's basically the same thing, we're just going down instead of up. Actually, these need to be opposite. One needs to be extended, one needs to not be extended. So we're actually going to move that down. And then, Shablooski, once you press that button, this, whoopsie doosies, this redstone is going to be activated. We're going to put our gate right here. This is where we want our gate. Now we're going to need to mine down just a bit. That's 1, 2, 3 blocks. That's where you're going to put your sticky pistons. So that goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go. And then your gravel is going to be going right here. You probably actually want to save this step for last, so I kind of did this wrong, but don't worry. It's fine. We'll replace it. It's fine. Cut that out. DJ, cut that out. The second component to this is actually, you're going to want your redstone to come over here. Put this here, and then you put a full block here, because a full block can transfer redstone signal, as we all know. So repeater, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that one stays on 1, that one stays on 4. So then once this moves down, it's going to send a signal through here. It's going to activate that block and that, whoops, it's going to activate this block and that block at exactly the same time. But then this is going to send a signal through here, out. You know what? I could maybe... No, it's fine. It's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it a little bit. Don't even worry about it even in the slightest. It's fine. We've got this. I know what I'm doing, guys. I am a trained professional. This is essentially good to go, and we're going to have the redstone signal come through here. These observers right here are going to be observing this line of redstone right here. So then once this activates, it's going to update this redstone once and then twice real quick. That's why we have 1 and 4. So these are going to activate and then activate again. So these observers are all noticing the change in the redstone blocks. That is going to send a signal through this block into this piston. All right, everybody understand? Good, perfect. You're going to be putting observers on top of these. So these observers are going to be observing the observers. So those will activate, send a signal up here to these redstone. You're going to be putting another block right here. And then you put a repeater on top of those. I need 2 more repeaters. You can actually put your pistons there now. Not a problem. Bing and bam. And there you go. Perfect. And now for the almost last step, you need 5 more observers going on top of these. So then once that observer activates that redstone, it'll send a signal through here, and then this observer is going to observe that change and send another signal, and you need a solid block on top of those observers, and that'll send the last signal that you need. And then we just need to put our gravel on top, and I'm pretty sure the bottom should be pretty much set up. So that changes the up. So this will be bing, bam, boom, goes up 3. That would be closing it. This is opening it, goes up 3, comes right back down. Easy peasy, no muss, no fuss. Everything's great. Now we need to build the top section. So the max amount of blocks that a piston can push is 12. So the bottom piston there is already pushing 2 pistons, 2 pieces of gravel, so that's 4, and that's going to be pushing 3 pistons up top. So that is a total of 7, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So then I guess, no, okay, it's not pushing the top piston. Actually, yeah, okay. So it can be a max of 6. That is your max height, is 6 blocks, and we're going to be using the max height. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. Underrated streamer. Thank you so much, Serby. So this is our closed gate. This button opens it. Bam. So that goes up 3 blocks. So you could ride a horse through if you wanted to, which I do. But now with that open, we need a way to close it. 15 pistons. That's what you're going to need. You're going to want 3 blocks of space, and then a block on top of that. 1, 2, blah, blah, blah. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, buckle some more. There. All right, so these pistons are going to be pushing all of these blocks back down. Observers. I only need 15. We also are going to need 5 note blocks. All right, so once this gets extended, use a full block. This will extend and it'll power this block. So you put a piece of redstone on top of that. Yep. And that'll get powered. You can send redstone vertically using glass in this method. I don't understand how this works, but it works. It's transparent blocks, but they're still full blocks, so the redstone can be powered through it. Doesn't make sense, but it works. All right, you hop over here. We don't need these anymore because you need glass on top of that. Theo, you're kind of in my way, buddy. Just sit down and drop down there. You need glass on top of that. You're putting redstone on top of these because it'll activate the pistons. And then you just need to basically connect this. I don't know if that redstone is going to be getting all the way there. We may just put a repeater right there because it's better safe than sorry, really. You're going to come over here just a tad, just to get yourself some viewing area. This observer is going to observe the top row of pistons. That redstone up top is going to power these pistons. These observers are going to observe when that piston activates. This signal doesn't really matter because this observer is going to observe once that observer observes that piston moving. And then you put a note block underneath that. And so then once that observes that, which observes that, this will send a signal down and it'll activate this note block, which will send the signal through it to this second piston, which gets pushed down here, and it'll send a signal through that piston and push this one even down further. And then what you need is one last row of observers. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you need a solid block. Preferably you use whatever is your build. But right now we're just going to use tough because it's what I have. Preferably don't break your door, but if you do, just put it back. And now the redstone should pretty much be complete. Now we just need to cover it up. We'll set Theo down. Doesn't need to be walking around. So that'll shut it. All of these pistons are going to be extended out, and they're not going to be pushed back because obviously they're not sticky pistons. But then it pushes them all back, condenses them, your gravel falls back down, you're good to go. That closes it, that opens it. Easy peasy. This is such an easy concept. It's actually quite simple. But now, basically, we just need to cover up all this redstone with, basically, we're just going to make a wall wrap around this. Alright, now, what are we thinking of this secondary wall, huh? I kinda hate that the door's not centered. I kinda hate that. You know what, it's not that bad, actually. I took like a teensy little look at it and I was like, oh, that's terrible. And then now I'm looking at it again. I'm like, you know what? It's actually not that bad. But yeah, that looks pretty good. That looks really, really good. That is all the time I have for this video. Thank you everybody so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please remember to leave a like. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.